What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including WWE fans reject Jey Uso's win, Jey Uso claps back at haters, did Tiffany Stratton really chip a tooth, the real reason why Bayley has been pulled from WrestleMania, Booker T reacts to him sleeping at the Hall of Fame, the Hall of Fame criticized, CM Punk goes silent, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Now first story looks at WWE fans reject Jey Uso's win. Now, our top story today takes a look at the backlash coming out of WrestleMania 41 Night 1. The Jey Uso vs Gunther match hasn't exactly been met with rave reviews online, as fans have been criticizing the way the match was booked, as well as how WWE made Gunther look insanely weak as world champion. The dislike for the matchup has now translated over WWE's official YouTube channel, as the highlights of the match have surpassed over 60,000 dislikes. This is incredibly alarming, as WWE shouldn't be facing this level of backlash for a world title match on their biggest show of the year. Whilst the hatred of the match wasn't felt in the stadium itself, there was definitely a disconnect between the fans and the matchup. Fans are now calling on main event Jey to drop the title, and there's even calls to have Jey drop the title to the new Paul Heyman guy, that being Seth Rollins. But Jey Uso has clapped back at his haters. A new world champion Jey Uso has clapped back at the haters, and Jey had the most babyface response imaginable for the backlash to his win. Speaking on the post-WrestleMania press conference, this is what he had to say. "I go out there and wrestled, but the production crew, the people who drive the trucks, who load catering, I love y'all. I love everybody. My hat's off. Stay humble, ready to rumble. Welcome to the Ye era. I don't know what's about to happen. I'm gonna embrace the hate. I'm gonna embrace the love. I dethroned the ring general. I'm the world heavyweight champion. I got side plates on this thing. This is the quickest I ever got. I had to wait 2 weeks when I won the IC championship. I got a new shirt on. It's a love. Yeet." Jey thanking the production crew was a great touch, as they truly are the unsung heroes of WWE. And it is kind of cool for Jey not to let the haters get to him. Next up, John Cena confirms retirement is legitimate. John Cena is set to compete at his final ever WrestleMania tonight, and despite rumors that Cena could swerve fans and stay active following 2025, this ain't happening. Cena sat down with ESPN for an out-of-character interview, and Cena stated, "So I've had a whole lot of time to think about this. I kind of weaned off the full-time schedule in 2017. It's 2025, so we're talking over half a decade to contemplate like, oh man, this is kind of where it's at." It also made a cemented promise even in my 20s to the audience. "When I'm a step slow, I'm out of the door. Understand when your run is over and bow out gracefully. I feel like I'm a step slow. I'm there." If you look at the performance today, it's extremely physically demanding, and I don't ever want somebody to buy a ticket and feel robbed. Now, while Cena will be taking a step back from the squared circle after 2025, he'll still remain a key part of WWE with subsequent appearances in non-wrestling roles. Next up, is Tiffany Stratton really injured? And there was concern coming out of Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair's matchup that Stratton may have been legitimately injured. Stratton was visibly beat up following the match, and there was even speculation that she had lost a tooth. But Stratton cleared up her injury status on the post-WrestleMania press conference, and thankfully it's positive news. "We're looking like a broke down Barbie right now. I feel beat up emotionally and physically. I feel a little emotional. It's hard for me to feel emotions after having matches just because my adrenaline is going crazy, but I'm coming down now and I'm starting to feel all the emotions and feel like I just went through the fight of my life and had my WrestleMania debut. I don't want to get emotional, but she was my dream opponent. She was my dream feud. Making my WrestleMania debut and having Charlotte Flair be my opponent, the story wrote itself. I can't believe I defeated Charlotte Flair. I don't think it's set in yet. I'm still kind of processing everything right now. My face is a little beat up, but I feel amazing." Stratton would then take to her Instagram story to show off her battle wounds, as well as show that she has all her teeth intact. Next up, the real reason why WWE pulled Bayley from WrestleMania. The WWE filmed an angle at WrestleMania 41 last night, which saw Bayley get taken out of action. This has now led to Bayley being pulled from the women's tag match, and according to PW Insider Elite, Bayley isn't legitimately injured, and thankfully it's a storyline injury. Bayley is out of WrestleMania 41. This is all an angle. No, Bayley is not injured. This has been the creative plan for several weeks, we're told. There had been some sympathy among talents for Bayley this weekend when word began to spread that she was being pulled from the match, and she's universally respected in the locker room. Obviously, this sets the stage for Lyra Valkyria to have a new partner. Becky Lynch would make the most sense. WWE decided to pull Bayley has led to a lot of anger from the audience. A wrestler being pulled from the biggest show of the year is always going to be a controversial move, especially when it's a talent that WWE's creative team has massively let down in recent months. Next up, WWE teasing another heel turn. Becky Lynch was in attendance backstage at WrestleMania 41 last night, and after her husband Seth Rollins turned heel in the main event, Lynch took to her social media to share a video of her live reaction to the turn. Lynch was marking out like crazy, and this has led to speculation that she could join forces with Rollins and the Wise Man. The relationship between Lynch and Paul Heyman is well documented, so it wouldn't be too much of a plot twist to see Lynch turn heel and become a Paul Heyman girl. There are rampant rumors that Lynch is returning to in-ring competition tonight at WrestleMania, and it's possible that she replaces Bayley in the women's tag team title match. And if she does, then those rumors of her being retired were an obvious swerve. Next up, Triple H talks a new acquisition. It was announced on the WrestleMania pre-show that WWE has acquired AAA. This is a groundbreaking development, and according to Triple H following WrestleMania, the aim is to continue to grow the art form of Lucha Libre. Very exciting time for us, very exciting opportunity. I think for us to continue to grow Lucha Libre, it's woven into the fabric of the culture. It resonates with everybody. It's impressive to see. We want to make sure that not only exists, but continues to thrive and continues to grow. I'm a big fan of Lucha as a style. I think having all styles is incredibly valuable. Obviously, we have a particular one that we like to do with WWE, but that does not mean we're looking to massively revamp anything. I'm looking to keep traditional Lucha Libre as traditional Lucha Libre within that world and just help it grow and help the athletes who grew up fans of it in those markets to realize their dream. The first crossover event will take place in June as NXT and AAA present Worlds Collide. Next up, Booker T reacts to him sleeping at the Hall of Fame. One of the funniest talking points of the weekend has to be the Hall of Fame. As well, so it was great to see legends such as Triple H inducted, giving a very emotional speech. It seemed like the speeches and the late starting time really got to the WWE superstars in attendance, as WWE cut to members of the roster fast asleep. One of the funniest snapshots of the event was Booker T fast asleep, and now the former world champion has taken text to post an image of him sleeping at the event. Now it's great that Booker is joining in on the hilarity of the situation, as those wrestlers must have been tired. That was including Shawn Michaels, who only got an hour of sleep within those 48 hours. Next up, the Hall of Fame Criticised. Speaking of the 2025 Hall of Fame, one of the inductees this year, Stone Cold Steve Austin, whose match versus Bret Hart was inducted, has been highly critical of the length of the show. Speaking at WWE World, Austin stated that the show should be significantly shorter. I learned that the Hall of Fame ought to be a little bit shorter than what it was, and it might start about 3 or 4 hours sooner. I got to bed about 3:15, call it 3:16. I live in Nevada. I'm a hermit. I don't hang out with a whole lot of people, so once I hang out with a lot of people, I have to decompress and do my own thing. I drank a beer and had a little bit of a bottle of wine left. I chilled out and finally went to sleep. When the alarm clock went off, I was red-eyed and drunk. I said, man, what the F? Now, Austin shares the sentiment of the fans, and WWE certainly needs to look into ways of formatting the event better and perhaps moving it to an alternative day. This is just too much. Next up, have WWE given up on Solo Sikoa? Solo Sikoa received the push of a lifetime in 2024, and he was presented as a top heel in the company and was even given major victories over the likes of Cody Rhodes. However, since Sikoa lost to Roman Reigns on Raw on the Netflix premiere, Sikoa has moved dramatically down the card. Fans have questioned if Sikoa was ready for such a huge push, and the fact that he was left off WrestleMania last night, only to make a cameo during Jacob Fatu's entrance, spoke volumes. Fatu has greatly overshadowed Sikoa in every aspect, and even WWE are outright telling the audience that they were going to run with Sikoa as one of the top guys in the company. A Biggie on the post-WrestleMania show declared that WWE were looking to position Sikoa in a significant role. However, Fatu has clearly outshined him. Biggie is speaking nothing but facts here, and it's interesting that this has been publicly declared by a WWE rep. And finally, CM Punk goes silent. Our final story today takes a look at the fallout of Seth Rollins' heel turn and Paul Heyman's betrayal. CM Punk is usually a man of many words, but not after last night. In a WWE digital interview, Punk refused to address the camera and he simply walked off looking completely defeated. Now, this angle has so much potential, and Punk could be able to deliver some magnificent character work. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.